Texts are known to explore human flaws that are uncomfortable yet simultaneously poignant, right? Poignant, strong, profound. They really have a significant impact. Evaluate how Arthur Miller's use of representation in The Crucible explores the above statement. How Arthur Miller's use of representation, okay, very vague kind of word in there, but what it's really wanting you to consider there is the form. How has it been represented? Now, when you do that, when you deal with that aspect in your introduction, you want to be engaging with the mode of representation. So a core phrase, Greg, that I would be saying there is the dramatic mode of representation. And that way you tick off that representation part. And you can also talk about how it's an allegorical representation. It's a political allegory, isn't it? So you use it in that form. You say the allegorical representation. And you say these at different points in your introduction and throughout the essay. We also say texts are known to explore human flaws that are uncomfortable. Now, why are they uncomfortable? See, that's the first question that came to me. And what are those human flaws? Okay. What are the human flaws there? The flawed what? The flawed tendency. Notice how saying flawed followed by tendency can be really effective to force you to provide a specific insight. So you can say, through the dramatic mode of representation, okay? Or you could do the allegorical part, but again, use them at different stages. Through the dramatic mode of representation, Miller explores the flawed tendency, right? The flawed tendency, and we'll come to the uncomfortable bit and poignant bit in a second. The flawed tendency to, now this is where you need to just, I need to know your argument, but you could say to conform to or to acquiesce in the face of collective hysteria, okay? And that you're willing to forfeit truth. The flawed tendency to sacrifice one's moral integrity in the face of collective hysteria that threatens to alienate the individual from the community. There's a nice starting sentence. And now, in terms of it being uncomfortable, it is through a kind of, you could say it's through a poignant, right? A poignant political allegory. So this is the second part. Miller renders his audience uncomfortable, compelling them to reconsider, compelling us to reconsider the way in which we willingly or blindly conform to perversions of justice, to irrational behaviors, rather than privileging the truth above all else. Again, it's a poignant political allegory. So if you can just say something that's poignant, at a very high level, you can get more specific about those poignant points throughout, and you can incorporate those and pepper those throughout your essay. I'm just talking about the high level thesis statement here.